Gibson, and I'm the principal designer and founder of AKG Design Studio. At AKG, we believe that exceptional design isn't luxury, it's the foundation for better life. Here, we specialize in creating high-impact functional spaces that are uniquely tailored to our clients' success and well-being. And that is exactly what this show is all about. So join me here each week on Design Tips and Sips as I walk you through functional and style tips, project deep dives, and key design concepts we use every day here at the studio. Ready to elevate your space and your lifestyle? Grab your sips and let's get started. Okay, so today we are going to be talking about 5 big design ideas for small kitchens. Welcome again to my show. So, small kitchens, not a problem. But before that, you know me, I love my sips. So today I'm going a little bit healthier. My friend gave me that Shaklee protein flavored drink. It's actually really good. You know, women of some age, we need some extra protein. It is bubbly and actually tastes really good. So cheers and let's get that show started. Leveraging vertical spaces. Okay, so number 1 is cabinetry. Let's run those cabinetry all the way to the ceiling as much as possible. The longer the cabinet, the bigger the space actually is going to look. And also, of course, is going to give us more storage. Now, if you, for some reason, have a really small kitchen with a really high ceilings, go for it. Do double cabinetry. Make sure you use the top of these cabinets more for stuff that you store that you don't use on a daily basis. But most of us will have that standard 8 to 9 inch ceiling. You can put a little bit of crown molding, but don't go too crazy. Really utilize the most of that vertical storage in there. Also, not using wall cabinetry at all or using open shelving. You know how much I love open shelving. It really gives the space openness and it's also easy to access. So don't be scared of open shelving. So again, it doesn't have to be the whole kitchen. It can be just a certain space, but try to incorporate some open shelving to create a larger visual of open spaces. Beyond that, let's again think about all the vertical spaces that we have in the kitchen and how we can utilize. So there's a lot of accessories you can put inside those cabinets that are going to be vertical, just like spice racks. So again, they're all inside these big cabinetry. Also, think about the storage under the cabinetry. So you do have your backsplash area. That can be a great place to put magnetic knives. And also think about pot racks. Yes, I know it's like not the most fun thing and I really don't like clutter in the kitchen, but a lot of the times the pot racks can be something that can be put aside in a certain area. It creates a really fun and textural and also visual concept for the kitchen without taking a lot of space. And then it actually helps you with the little bit of the storage that you have. So idea number 2. So lighten, brighten with reflections. So the concept is to use color that is light, reflective surfaces to illuminate and make illusion of a larger space. When we use the darker colors, actually soak the light. So it doesn't matter how much light you're going to have in the room, it will soak the light into that space. So if you want to have something that feels a little bit larger, lighter countertops, lighter cabinets, lighter walls, maybe play with a darker or something with a little bit more color in the backsplash where it's a little bit in the back, and actually having a darker backsplash with lighter cabinetry and countertop will create concept of depth in the cabinets, because that dark will push us to look further down versus all the light cabinetry and the contract, creating that contrast actually going to make this the kitchen look much deeper than what it is. The other thing is reflecting surfaces. So there is a reason why we love high gloss finishes in small kitchen. They really make a space looks larger. Again, it helps the light bounce from the surface versus getting soaked into it. And so if you have a smaller kitchen, as much as I loved hone countertops in a smaller space, think about where you can bounce the light, and especially countertops is one of these places. Maybe some high gloss cabinetry on the base of the cabinets, and even the backsplash. Don't go too crazy. You don't want to walk in there and feel like you're in like Alice in Wonderland mirrored place, but some of the items should have some reflective concept to them to help create a larger concept of the space. And then, of course, as always, we talk about the strategic placing of lighting. So, of course, we want to have the lighting placed in the correct location. One of the biggest mistake I always see is people throwing recessed lights willy-nilly everywhere or in the middle of a work aisle with no particular reason. There is actually guidelines how to place your recessed lights correctly from the wall and from wherever you are working, because if you're going to put it too close or too far away, the light is actually going to shine on your back, and what all you're going to do is create a shadow of yourself on the countertop versus actually having the light help you when you are working in that specific area. So under cabinet lights, and even toe kick lights, accent light, really work with the different levels of the lights to make sure that you create a big look and feel to the space. But again, make sure it is placed correctly, because all the light fixtures in the world, if they are placed incorrectly, they're just not going to work. And all you're going to do is just create a lot of shadows that are going to interrupt you. Idea number 3, choose a smart, compact appliances. So downsizing and integrating the appliances is one of my biggies. One of the things when I come into a client's house, I see like 17 different appliances on the countertop, and it just like, I just want to pull my hair out, because why? Like there's like sometimes 2 separate coffee machine and an air fryer and the KitchenAid and a toaster and a mixer. And I'm like, everything is like on the countertop. None of it has a place, which we'll talk about it later. And it's just, I feel that there's just a lot of duplicates. So what can we do is let's look at how we can migrate all those appliances into 1 or 2. One of the biggest thing that I love is when scale down. Do you really need 2 coffee machines? Maybe you do. So let's create a coffee station away from everything else. But if not, when you are purchasing new appliances, look at the actual features. Some of the new appliances have amazing features built in. So if you're into air frying or dehydrating your food, even steam, all of them are built into a lot of the appliances right now. So you can buy an oven that already have a dehydrator built in. You already have ovens that have air fryer. Even your microwave can have a steam option in there. So just that like saved you like 4 appliances than sitting on your countertop. So really, when you're going to look for new appliances, look at the amazing features that are already built in to help you clear stuff off your countertop. Another thing is wall-mounted solutions. So I honestly hate the over-the-range microwave. It is ugly. Honestly, in the US, we're probably the only place in the world that uses it. It is not acceptable anywhere else around the world, by the way. And it's also dangerous because you have to reach over your head to do that. But if you really, really have a small kitchen and that's the only place to use it, again, that is a great solution because you have the hood already built into it. You have a microwave. A lot of them now, again, have some kind of a convection cooking built into it. So again, you have an appliance that multitask. Now, if you do have a little bit more extra room or willing to give up some cabinetry space, you know me, I'm all about the built-in microwave drawer, and those are from the Sharp, has just about everything. They have the air fryer, they have convection baking. You can even get it with steam. So really everything is in one appliance under the countertop built in. Now, when you're looking at other appliances and integrated appliances, make sure that if you're looking at them, getting appliances that can be covered by a panel, like a dishwasher, even just as simple as a dishwasher. And honestly, panel ready dishwasher are not that expensive anymore. You can, the price difference between the regular one to a panel ready is not that much. And having that covered and not having another appliances that break the run of your cabinetry really works out really nicely. The other option, if you are going with a base darker cabinetry, find a dishwasher that has a color, or even if you're going with white, there is white dishwashers right now and they're beautiful. So have it blend into your cabinetry, whether it's darker or lighter, or use countertop depth refrigerator. I know a lot of people have love-hate with that because of the capacity, but take a look. They are so well organized inside that I honestly believe you're not going to be losing a lot of storage space in there. So, but they will give you at least 7 more inches of walking around your kitchen, which is going to make a whole lot of difference. All right, now we at idea number 4, embrace multifunction furniture. So just like the appliances, I'm all about multi-furnishing and storage in your kitchen. So number 1, if your kitchen is too small for an island, I love movable islands. You can have your we can build you one custom that's going to meet everything else, or there's a lot of really pretty ones that you can actually use and buy ready-made. But the good part about them is that you can actually move them around as needed. The basic concept is that you have to have at least minimum of 36 inches work aisle from countertop to countertop. Honestly, that was a long time ago. It's really small. It's just enough for one person and just enough to open a dishwasher, and that's it. Like if you open a dishwasher, somebody else is trying to go past, there's no way. That aisle is blocked. So right now, most of the kitchen that we're designed, we're trying to do at least 42 inches to the next workspace, which is usually would be an island. If you don't have that 42 to 48 inches, I usually recommend going with a movable island. So this way, when you are working, you can actually put it where you need it to be. You can even move it a little bit closer so it's convenient to work. But when you're not, you can move it around. You can push it out of the way completely, or just have the mobility to move it around. Another way to work with that is folding and expandable countertop. Like we created this amazing solution with Ravishelf. We have a client that absolutely loves baking, and they just needed some extra space for that. So we have this pull-out, looks like a pull-out drawer, but it's actually a full cutting board. And you can actually use it as a cutting board. We can also use different materials and different options of how to install. There's different options for that. But if somebody is in the main cooking area, there's somebody else that can be on the other side with additional countertop space. But when not needed, that kind of space is gone. So I absolutely love that solution into small spaces. Banquet seating. I know, again, not the most popular opinion, but if you have some kind of a built-in sitting, you can add storage underneath to store additional appliances or things that can be out of the way when you don't need that. And actually, don't forget your sinks. So years ago, I showed you guys photos from Europe because it was the only place that it was available. Now it's readily available everywhere, and I absolutely love it. So most of the sinks right now actually come with a lot of accessories, and this way you can actually put the cutting board on top of your sink, which gives you much more room on your workspace, so you don't have to take room from there, and then you can chop and everything goes directly into the sink, so it actually saves you cleaning as well. A lot of them also come with a drying rack. So again, if you like to hand wash stuff, you can actually roll the hand rack on top of the sink and just put it on top of it, so it dries, again, not taking any space from your countertop. And lastly, if you have companies and you have dishes, you can put them in the sink and then put the cutting board on top of the sink, and all those dishes are gone. Nobody can see it. Or you can actually use it as additional serving area, creating a new additional countertop space for you. So again, all that stuff with multifunction, that is really, really important in your kitchen. All right, idea number 5, master the art of inner organization. So maximizes the space inside your cabinet is just as important as the aesthetics of the interior. So make sure to watch the episode about cabinetry when I'm talking about the difference between the traditional American frame cabinetry versus the European frameless. This is really important when you're planning your kitchen, if you are replacing your cabinetry, because this is an opportunity to create more storage without really creating any more space, right, by using the correct cabinetry. But I'm not going to get into it here. So make sure to watch the episode about our cabinets that I explain everything about how to maximize your storage with the correct cabinetry style. But whatever cabinetry you have, whether it's frameless, framed, inside cabinet, using the correct inserts and accessories is super, super important. So when we work with our clients, we make sure that we understand their lifestyle and their needs and what they're trying to achieve, and really make sure that we pinpoint what accessories we put where. Like just throwing rollouts everywhere, it's not going to work. Make sure that you understand what you're doing in that particular part of the kitchen, and add the correct accessories to that area, whether it's rollout, corner cabinet, those dead corner cabinets, the one that, you used to hide probably as a kid from your grandmother because there was nothing else in there. There's amazing insert and pull out that can be used right now, really making those spaces really functional. I have one in my house and I absolutely love it. Even the newer Lazy Susans no longer have the annoying pole in the middle, so you actually get to use the whole space in it. So, things that get designers excited. And pull-outs, vertical and there's a lot of vertical pullouts. So spice pullout, utility pullouts, everything that you can actually put inside and organize really, really nicely. Again, some of that stuff you can do aftermarket. So if you already have your kitchen and not planning a big remodel, If you look around, there's a lot of stuff that can be added. One of the biggest companies is Rava Shelf, and you can look at their stuff just to make sure that it fits correctly into correct cabinetry. If not, we can definitely offer some custom options as well for rollouts and pullouts to make sure that it fits into your kitchen. All right, so let's quickly recap everything we talked about today. So number one, leverage vertical space. Number two, lighten and brighten and add as much as reflection without going crazy. It's not the circus here. Choose smart, compact, and multifunction appliances. Number four, embrace multifunction furnishing. And number five, master the art of inner organization and declutter, declutter, declutter. So your kitchen might be small, but your style and efficient can be just as big and fabulous. So don't forget that. Just make sure you are applying those five concepts to your kitchen, whether you are remodel, maybe you are just updating, or maybe you just want a quick facelift to your kitchen. So this is it for today. I'm Anna Gibson with AKG Design Studio. If you are still here, again, make sure to subscribe and ring the bell so you can get notification for the episode. If you have questions for me, please email me at Anna@AKG Design Studio. If you want to be a guest on our show and talk about anything design and lifestyle related, please email us at info@AKG Design Studio. All and everything is in the show notes. And if you loved our show, please, please, please share it with your friends, with family, anyone that is looking to remodel their space and can use a little bit of advice to make it much more fabulous. So again, thank you and have a wonderful day.